Hello marketers, business owners, product people, well, anyone who is involved into business and communication with customers. Well, at Dashly, we're in love with marketing automation and marketing communications that you can automate. Well, this video is actually going to focus you on the frequency of communication with your users and customers. Well, the frequency of the communication is really important, especially nowadays. Well, now everyone has a blog, everyone has a YouTube channel, everyone is trying to tell something to the world and get some audience. So that is where you're going to be very precise and also unique about your communications. You're not going to overload your users and customers with communications, but in order not to overload, you're going to define the golden middle of the number of communications you can have. Well, I'm sure you have a lot to say to your customers, but please be patient and have a very good communication strategy to be in a very good reputational position. To cut it short, the number of your communications with customers is actually making your customers think if you are either very disturbing and over communicating with them, or your communications is something that your audience is waiting for, and it is something very light to them. So every communication you have with your customers is at the very right moment. So definitely you're going to get rid of this type of reputation. So I hope you're never going that way. So let us focus on something that will help your company be associated with a very good communicator. So the communication can be done via a variety of channels, starting from social media and finishing with some marketing channels such as pop-up windows, chat bubbles, email marketing, and some other types of digital communication that you can have. Well, when it comes to social media, I'm going to leave this type of content to Instagram, for instance, so they are masters in that sphere, and we're going to focus with you on the communication that is around pop-up windows, live chat bubbles, and emails. Let's go straight into the business. Well, pop-up windows. Some people say those are so much annoying and you should never run a pop-up window. Well, unfortunately, my dears, that is a stereotype and you shouldn't follow that. If you launch pop-up windows and you see that your customers don't close it and the pop-up window is very much successful, you get the information that you want, you get the key action that you expect your customers to do after seeing this or that pop-up window, well, then the pop-up window communication strategy is a good one for you. Well, here the open rate helps you a lot. You're going to see the conversion to the key action in this pop-up window and definitely take the decision if the pop-up window is good for you or not. If we're speaking about emails, well, definitely content makes a lot of sense. The call to action, the content itself, so some UTM parameters that you embed into the buttons in the email, etc. Yeah, but definitely, again, open rate gives you lots of information here. Well, you can have A/B testing, you can have some groups of customers you're not going to send email to, so you're going to play with the email strategy. But again, don't forget to see the open rate, don't forget to iterate the content, and also you're going to play with the segments of the customers, of course. Otherwise, you're going to get into spam, unfortunately. So my advice here is to be very careful about the email strategy and also send the emails mostly only to those who are waiting for your email. Next thing. The communication strategy should be very much streamlined and the communications shouldn't actually interact with the customer at very near touch points. Like they open pop-up window on one page and the next page offers another pop-up window and then one more page is offering a live chat bubble inviting to the conversation. That's a lot. So you should be very careful about it and you should actually devise communication strategy before launching any. And you should see if your communication strategy is smooth enough and you're not over communicating with your customer. By the way, our team has mastered a map of communications for SaaS teams, for example. You can follow the link in the description and download the map there, so you're not going to devise anything yourself. We've prepared everything for you. Go, download, and use it. Well, briefly, the communication shouldn't be for the sake of communication. The communication is typically for the sake of action. If you understand that your customers are on the right way, they are following the customer journey, and they are completing the right actions that you want them to complete, don't tell them about those actions. So don't send them emails with the activities, with the information that they have already got acquainted with it. No, please don't be annoying. So the communication should actually help your customers get back to the customer journey, and it should just be some hint or advice or some recommendation or some information to consider. Yeah, well, again, the communication is something that is streamlining your customer journey and helps your customers move along it. Generally speaking, you're also going to check how users interact with the communication that you've prepared for them, if they read emails, if they click the buttons on the pop-up windows, etc. And definitely you're going to alter the communication according to it. So numbers are your best friends here, and you're going to trust only in numbers. So that is it for today. If you would like to improve some more metrics of your business, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're sharing the information about improving your business strategy weekly. Don't miss a single video. See you!